Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Final map of the day here on stream for us two, as it is Dust2. IHC won the night France. They start on the CT side. Can they continue their pistol success is the question.
I mean, how many have they won now in terms of pistol rounds, right? I think all but one.
Yeah, 3 out of 4, yeah.
Yeah, looking pretty solid. Blitz, unchecked.
Oh, no.
Absolutely unchecked. This is a rookie error. Dobu spins around. Hears me, mate. He hears me. He's like, dude, don't worry. I've got you covered. Give me a second, and then I'll clear it. Beautifully taken care of. NKT with a man advantage to kick things off here on Dust2.
Should have pulled the trigger, huh? Should have definitely just at least guaranteed himself one. It's better than nothing. Now numbers favouring that T side. They're going to aggro towards mid, and Cabal's going to fall. This isn't looking too good for IHG's pistol success. Techno going aggressive, drops the bomb though. What more can he find? Surely nothing else. He does in fact make it a second before he's traded.
Nicely done. 9 and score. A lot of work to do between them though against 3. That tap. Beautifully taken care of. KNTZ gone. Bomb set down though. Dobu's going to punch in the digits, and now more of a post plant set up. Tapping away. Score. Trying to find one kill. If he can find this site player, then things are a lot more manageable. But 9 from CT's gone. And with that, there's only one man for the job at score against 2.
I mean, this could be tough. He knows exactly where one is. It's that second man. He has no idea. He's so passive, so far away. This should be so easy for him. Deep in towards side as well. Score. Going loud and pro. Sitting in the smoke as well from Dobu. This is the right call. Surely won't be clear properly here. Head down. That's the round done. It is. Nothing he can do. He's going aggro. In fact, trying to drop score out. Potentially might be able to find it too. Doesn't really matter for Dobu if he falls, which he will do. Score more or less unscathed. Will find himself a kill. But Annihilation playing a range denies him from even attempting the defuse there. Just like that. NKT find the pistol round here in map number 3.
Not ideal, was it, that IHC lose out on this one, especially when Techno gets 2 on short there. Like, that is such a massive effort in a more individual level that they should have been rewarded with a round win. But instead now things get a little more difficult, a little more interesting because, well, this round here, I mean, despite a very nice shot coming out. Oh my word! What is the range of the Mag 7, mate? That thing's a sniper, not a shotgun. Annihilation could walk into it as well. He's got to be careful.
Jesus, yeah, I mean, I somehow made that work from such a distance. Fair play. Fair enough. Now, numbers favouring the CT side. IHC could be about to cause a little bit of a problem here.
Absolutely. Nade dropped in. Impression takes a little bit of damage. Techno, oh, caught blind, but it's got unchecked. Impression, oh, rookie error, Techno! Just shoot, just shoot. Oh, no. Discipline, I don't know whether he was just trying to get a clear shot when he stood still. Either way, that's just cost him his life and no kill to show for it. That's just so harmful to see because this could be a 2v3 or something. Just a little better in the odds of IHC.
It's the second time in 2 rounds that IHC have tried to play trigger this minute and not pull the trigger. Just guarantee a kill. You've got the numbers in your favour. Play them. But no. Once again, Duds are now back to a 3 versus 3 with a firepower definitely favours NKT. They're trying to make their way up towards side though. Scout around Osco, getting very close in fact. Run towards side. Blitz has to be the last man to try and deny. And the bomb's dropped.
Looking good, spamming away with a P250. And it's a 2k for score, but more importantly, it's 9 to find the last, and with that, a forced by response IHC, CT side, not bad to equalise.
Yeah, Techno bailed out there as well, big time after that. Really, really big mistake. This sniper of a Mag 7 as well. We get to watch it again, but just take the shot, man. Just guarantee a kill, because even if he guarantees a kill there, it's in a 2 versus 4. Yes, he'll probably be traded immediately, but even still, it's good enough.
Yeah, I think, as you said, it's very easy for us to say, yeah, like, you know, you should have got the kill. In that scenario, you just want to make sure you get the kill, right? And so you wait for the enemy to maybe stand a little more still. This round shouldn't be too much of a problem. Side looking very, very confident here. AK of Cabal. A bit of damage done. Not the end of the world here, as there is still a couple of players left alive here for NKT to do some damage. But ultimately, this should be a follow-up here for IHC. They're looking pretty good in doing so.
I mean, just now for NKT with 3 men alive and 2 of them taking significant damage, this is comfortable. Should be confirmed as a second on the board, more or less momentarily. And we can start to talk about when they're going to pick up their first full buy to actually be able to test the waters. For IHC, it's technically still a bonus. Into the next, it will continue to be a bonus for them. Dobu, Gillo on hand. I can't expect too much.
You can't, can you? Have a good look. Kind of staggered towards long. 30 seconds left here. Nicely done. Techno. Oh, it's brilliant. Techno with all three. Makes it look easy with the Galil. It's 2-1. IHC ahead. And NKT back down to pistols. That's the response that NKT were looking for in round 2. Instead, it's IHC in round 3 to get it all done.
A lead. A slim lead built up. They're going to try and start to kind of build upon this. But the CT side start was a real necessity. And now, potentially, this way we can start to see at least a gap being built up here. This should be a third on the board. I mean, it's just blocks to try and take them down. One Deagle. I can't expect too much from them. Okay, it was a bit of damage dealt. I thought Score might be caught in transition, but Blitz will be able to comfortably find himself too. It's more or less done here. It's going to be a third on the board here for IHC.
Carmel picking up 2. Techno the last, and there we go, IHC. That 2-round lead established. It's a full buy for NKT, though. A chance to warrant their success story here in Dust2. Their chance to get back in business. See if they can get it done. It's 4 AKs impression, not enough for an AWP, so it will just be the 5-rifle buy. How much damage do they do? Do they even pick up the round here? Is this going to be a little more interesting, a little closer than the IHC boys would like?
Well, thus far, it's technically, I guess you can say, still a bonus, really, for NKT. For IHC, might say, I mean, they didn't really take too much damage, right? So, and the economic problems weren't really coming forward for them. As we stand, they've just got what they've had for the last couple of rounds. For NKT, this has to be a round conversion. Fail to convert this back to a double eco, back to the drawing board to try and deny. Flash will come over, spam through the doors doesn't find its mark.
Yeah, it's definitely could have gone one of 2 ways. Fortunately for them, it doesn't go the downward spiral. AK trying to do a little bit here. Nothing too detrimental going on right now. I don't know, really, mate. I expected NKT to have a little bit more map control at this point. Nothing towards long, nothing towards B. It's only short, really, that's going for them. And IHC have kind of put them there in the first place. Molly's to deny. Smokes are in as well. Zine get there eventually to pick up the C4. But with 45 seconds left, NKT, they've got to get a move on. They've got to get themselves out towards the A site. There's a fair few players to defend, though. And for that, they have to be cautious. Still Util locked in. Spam from the AK of Dobu won't find the mark. And now it's a switch up of tempo and a switch up of sights entirely. It's out towards B that they head. Score in an angle, good for 1. A second kill, in fact. A hat-trick for the M4A1S. Draws out the USP. The sidearm keeps swinging. Score looking for his force. Won't quite find it, but Cobo will have the trade.
A little bit closer for comfort, but of course it still is 4 remaining alive for IHC. They dismiss of that full buy NKT, and now we can start to talk about CT dominance coming through from IHC, because they should be able to build up a really comfortable lead. Starting with here, I mean, they've already got 3 rounds. It's going to be not much of a buy from NKT, and the biggest issue there was not even the fact that they didn't find so many kills, it's the lack of bomb plant gives them no longevity in their economy.
Back to pistols to square 1 for NKT. A chance for IHC to run away with the CT side just as much as maybe some would have anticipated out on Nuke, or even on this map as well. A little bit of a misplay out in the corner. Score's just going to be caught off. No weapon picked up, so at least it is a 4-on-4, and NKT don't improve on their odds of winning this round. Just got to be careful here. IHC can't get too complacent when playing against the pistols. Now this is smart. Nine's done a great job. Chucks the AWP away, scoops up the AK, makes sure that that T-side won't be picking up any weapons, and ultimately gets himself a second one as well.
This should only be going one way. At the very least, though, you know, NKT, make it a little bit expensive. It's better than nothing, I guess they can say. Yeah. A bomb plant will be great as well. It's unlikely, but there's, I mean, it's still a possibility, potentially. Make it over towards shorts, the Eagles. Just need that charge. The biggest issue really for NKT at the moment is they're kind of lacking a bit of utility, right? They're going to struggle to even force a bomb plant. No smoke, no flashes. Going to be tough. Run boost, though, might come through. Nice 8 damage coming in. Blitz tapping away. Finds the first. Looking for a second, but he's traded it, in fact.
Still spamming away here. 3 versus 2. Bomb, yeah, it will go down. Impression punches in the digits. Not a terrible scenario to get involved with here, the NKT boys. A bomb plant definitely will go their distance. Deagle, oh my word, if that shot had landed, this round would have very much been pear-shaped here for IHC. But they do get it eventually. Only 2 survived, though. The eco, pretty impressive stuff for NKT.
Yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, for them to find themselves 3 kills and a bomb plant is actually a very decent round for Team NKT when you consider what they actually brought to the table there, which wasn't too much. I mean, it was just, at the very most, the Eagles being brought into that sort of round. I've got to respect them for it. I think we saw a slight couple of misplays coming through from IHC as well. Playing anti-flash when there was no kind of team support, holding a crossfire, those sort of slight errors, which became actually quite costly. Fortunately, of course, for IHC, they do take the round, but yeah, I mean, I think it was definitely a bit of an awakening there.
No, absolutely. Definitely would have been one that they've got to keep their eye on a little bit more, and 100% they'll watch back for in the VOD and be like, what happened? How are we losing so many? Not quite timeout worthy, they deem it. They could be more than happy just to sit here with the scenario they've involved themselves with. And ultimately, very slow, chilled start once more. Wondering, do IHC want to get any more aggressive? Blitz's position, unorthodox one towards the mid position. Does he want to further that and try and incriminate the NKT boys even more?
Well, I saw. It is a slow tempo by NKT. I do like this, in fact. They've tried to go quite aggro a couple of times now, and it's been very costly. Yeah, they get control of the sites at times, but it makes the retakes very easy. This time, so the Tempest trying to find an opening, but it's not exactly for the first. Orb comes alive, hold it down towards short, untested, not even flashed off the angle, and a nice nade to follow suit too.
Blitz gonna get spammed down. Annihilation with a second as well. Now down to 3. IHC in a pretty horrible spot. Nice shot from Impression. Doesn't expect the second, but his position compromised. He's stuck there. That molly, that'll be his demise. Score's gonna have to go running out at some point, and he will into the jaws of Annihilation's orb. It's Cabal against 4, and it will just have to be a save here. Very nicely done here that NKT can get themselves a second, and it's by means of elimination.
At least we're starting to see, a little bit of a fight in them, at the very least. I thought NKT were really struggling, and I like that slower tempo from them. Prioritize map control, prioritize kind of baiting a lot of the early utility to actually test IHC, and it worked. Yeah, the first kill goes the way of 9, but when it comes down to it, what matters is the fact that NKT do find that second. Double orb setup coming out for IHC now as Cabal will support 9. Wonder whether he can be able to take down another Annihilation, who is, so far this series, been, as we mentioned, one of those standout players.
Oh, it'll find the first. Cabal. Making it look good to begin with. Spam. Dropping it in, having a good look. Dobu. He'll find the trade. Orb still on the back of the site. Cabal needs to go huge. Getting tagged up, in fact, through the corner of the wall. Players closing in on his location. Blitz will swing wide and good for 1 and a bit. But ultimately, that man advantage settling in here for this T side. Another bomb plant, and it might just mean another save here for IHC.
I think it might have to be. I mean, statistically speaking, retaking that B site, the hardest site to retake compared to CS. Surely just give it up here. Just allow them to have a third on the board to prioritize keeping on what they've got. That orb at the M4 has to be ticked across into the next. They cannot afford to let them fall. They can't afford to go in towards the next round with no buy because the economy, not good enough. Fortunately, Blitz will be able to buy around them, but yeah, at the very least, Team NKT are making something of this. They're at least putting a fight up on this T side, which we have said so far as well has been one of the big kind of talking points this entire series. Both these sides really struggling on their T side. This is already starting to look a little bit better. Now they need to keep this momentum ticking.
Nice shot from Cabal to open things up, and Blitz tries his best with heroics. Shame, really. IHC not really delivering. I expected a little bit more in that round. Didn't quite get the mark. It's another full buy. Another investment that NKT will have them beaten, though, in sort of a pound-to-pound matchup. IHC are going to have to get their smarts on impression. Oh, my word. How are these flashes coming so late? And that'll be the cost of his life, but also Zein's. What's that? What's happened? No communication on the flashbangs. It's just cost 2 souls here for the T side.
Yeah, super late on those flashes coming through, and it's, well, very costly. I mean, look at them now. NKT Dev down to just 3 players. Dobu's on 22 points of HP as well. I mean, he's barely even in the conversation anymore. A real couple of questions we have to start being asked about that supporting utility out was long. It was lackluster.
Having a look, NKT across the board, different parts of the map. Just trying to get their way back in by the looks of things. Whether they can so or not, there's a story yet to be told with 50 seconds left of round 9. Wouldn't be surprised to see a save for the T side, if I'm honest with you, Neo. I think,
Agreed.
you know, don't risk it too much. Play a little more calculative, be on the safe side, get this saved into the next round. And then, I don't know, do you just rebuy? Your teammates have got a fair bit of money. So is that a reason now to go for it? Or do you think the more calculative approach is smart? Or I, for one, would be saving.
Yeah, I think now, right? I mean, it all requires if they can find an opening kill early doors and towards this, to this site, right? If they can, there's potential. If they can't, fall back. Just give it up. Orb shot comes through. Annihilation will fall. Dobu does find one of his own, but with just over 10 seconds to work with, they have to flood their way to the site without stopping. Trying to make their way forward. Nitro denies some presence. Pop shot being taken here. Damage down towards KNTs, but he will find themselves a kill. Hang on a second, a 2 versus 3. There's a room where this turns. It's the tide, and Dobu finds one more.
Oh, great nade from Carbo. Score with the second as well. How does that get so close? How do we entertain this scenario and it still comes back to bite IHC majorly? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe drawing the short straw a little bit here in round 9. Ultimately, IHC will get themselves their 6th. And further that lead here on the CT side. But in that demeanor, it should never have been that close.
I mean, even to the point of where we were saying, you know, potentially they shouldn't have been able to get onto the site for a bomb plant itself. Yeah, they find that trade. The play went towards ramp fours, which is the kind of the big important kill because it gives them a bit of space. But to even make it down to a 2 versus 2 is questionable. Now here comes that utility that we've spoken about. Molotov in towards long, spraying through, full blind. Blitz comes out on top. Nado comes forward as well. Techno finds one of his own. That's how you control long from the CT side.
Teaching it to NKT once more. Having a good look through the smoke here, Techno as well. You wouldn't expect this level of play. Okay. Just double checking the close angle is clear, I'm guessing. Doesn't help that X-Ray showed some people on short. I was a little bit confused. I was like, hey, how does he know that? But no, it's just the players on short. Round 10, minute and 15 to go. IHC, pretty good spot. As you said, did very well to hold down long for the CT side. Now it's just making sure that they capitalise off of such a good lead.
In his close position as well, Techno. We've seen him earlier with a deagle. Let's hope he this time takes the shot. He's just going to play a little bit more aggro. Hoping to avoid the flashes. KNTs as well, trying to play contact. So far, nothing in kind of a committal play being made here. Swinging on the corner. Gabaro spotted. This time he shoots. Can he make it a second as well? Dobu close to personal trades.
Nicely taken care of. 2 versus 4. The odds only get worse here for the T side. 30 seconds left. Annihilation. Just going to be here to support his teammate of Dobu as they try and attempt to get through and make the breakthrough towards middle. Score's got the bomb. Nade's going to be pretty good, but the M4 will do it justice here, Neo. It's 7-3, IHC 4 in front.
That's it. IHC starting to build that lead they were hoping for, and I think they should be able to go into the second half with quite a comfortable lead under their belt. It's just a question of how can NKT try and chip away at it. As it stands at 4 rounds, it's already starting to be, in my opinion, good enough. For NKT, they've just been slightly lackluster on the T side, which, as we've said before, has been the story of this series.
Brilliantly taken care of to get the early information. Knowledge definitely there. Now it's how quick they run with it. What do they do? What do they want to formulate off the back of this? Well, NKT, look at the passiveness taken. We're a minute 30 left of this round. Only just now we're making progress towards middle. Got nothing towards long. If Techno goes pushing, they know it's going to be a B-side committal. If he doesn't, then obviously still kept guessing. But NKT, they've got to spice things up a bit and, I don't know, maybe make the pressure a little quicker here because IHC should definitely have a read into the NKT boys.
Ollie into short, denies our presence. NKT, you can see them revving up to try and make that short take. They're instantly put in their place. Already that clock starting to be whittled down a little bit. The AWP of this sort of position as well should be in for a freebie potentially. Impression can drop Molotov in close. A nade will follow suit as well. And will of course a bit of damage. It's a healthy amount of damage.
Gotta be careful. Nade dipped in. Still, NKT yet to make their move. And I mean, look at this. Techno knows nothing's going to be long. There's no way you try and take long with 30 seconds to go. And so they've overpopulated the B site. Sure, there's no one really here to hold down A, but a quick rotate from Blitz definitely will be helpful in this scenario. But there's 20 seconds. They've got to get a move on. Diving in towards CT. Dobu will pick up the first, but this is no A play. This is towards B, but there's 15 seconds left. They've got to get a move on. It's Score alongside Carbol. The AWP and the M Falcon for more. The AWP will miss the shot. 7 seconds, and there's enough time to squeeze out the bomb plant. How on earth NKT get away with this round? I will never be able to tell you.
Just about getting away with it. It's a freebie for Dobbo as well. And Techno, well, as he falls, that more or less puts the nail on the coffin for this round. That 9 has to save. He's just going to play for exits, going to just sit over towards long and hope someone walks in his favour. But how have NKT turned that round on its head? I mean, that never should have happened. And credit to them as well. I mean, I counted them out from the get-go. The second they lost that initial bit of control and took a lot of damage over towards shore with the utility, I thought it was done. But no, fair play to them. They've turned it around from the depths and pulled themselves up to 4.
Not bad, is it? Definitely does get a little more interesting. I think as this game goes on, we're looking at a scenario now where IHC, I don't know, hot in contention. Easy to assume that they are out of control here. The money doesn't look too good. One eco definitely could help with this. There's a hero AWP brought in, obviously, from the last round. The save is involved, but it's 4 USPs hoping that God's work can be done overnight. Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Nice and aggro, doesn't work. AWP collected. Score, though. Hang on a second. He hasn't been cleared, but he would have heard the sound cue. He knows KNT's is somewhere around him towards mid.
Surely he knows. Surely that they know that he's up close. And that, well, 2 kills to come from it. We're from a man down to level pegging at the minute 20 mark. And a nice shot from Score, nearly as a second one, excuse me, as well. But wants to give him some space, drops the smoke, moves away, nade in his face, not going to do much, but a man advantage for IHC in a round that they had no business in winning.
Now over towards long. They shouldn't got aggro. I think he's going to play contact on this. Blitz should be good for at least one run boost. Okay, did he pick him out the air? That's a question. Failed run boost and a nice easy shot for him. Spots the last. Impression's over towards that corner. He's going to struggle to even get towards the side.
Nicely done, and that will be a CT side victory on an eco. We had 1 hero AWP Neo. That's all we had invested into this round. It was 4 USPs with it, and they chalk it up to be a victory in their name. So it was a disappointing loss in the last, but bittersweet here and now. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant.
It's already starting to kind of look somewhat similar towards how we kind of pictured Inferno in terms of IHC having that nice CT dominance and just kind of the question of too little too late being there. Once again, similar scenario, 8-4, 4-round leaders. I mean, they can get towards double digits pretty comfortably in this first half alone.
Smoke flashes everything. Dumpster towards the site to Score. Looking for 3, and he will eventually find it. The sidearm drawn. 20 bullets, but it does not matter. A B rush that falls right on its face for NKT. It's 9-4 for IHC. Heading into the penultimate round of this half, it has to be an eco. This is a double-digit CT side territory once more here on Dust2.
I mean, I'm getting concerned. Really concerned. I mean, that was such a kind of lackluster attempt at a B rush there. Such little utility kind of used towards it. Look at NKT's buy now. Once again, just pistols. Deep into a suicide.
To find one more. Yes, 9. He'll find himself a follow-up. Brilliantly done. 5 versus 3 scenario. And ultimately, I don't think there's 2 ways about this round. This is going the way of IHC. They are making sure that this round will go their way. Tapping away. Blitz a second kill. It's Zion left. 1v4. Closes the gap, and the CZ finds another. Bomb plant as well. Hold on a second. No, okay. He hasn't tracked this yet. And unfortunately will not be given the space nor time to do so. 10-4 Neo. CT side here. Definitive. Beginning to end. It's looked super strong.
It is. Yeah, I mean, you know, a couple of question marks, I think, is how we had at the start when it was kind of 4 spies left, right, and center. It was quite evenly matched, 4-4 at one point, and now it's definitive who's closing this one out with relative ease. It's into the final round of the half, 10-4. Can IHC make it 11? They go for a beat rush.
Same again. Will it work twice? The IHC boys not expecting it as much this time around. M4A1S of Carmel certainly is. Orb of Annihilation misses his shot. And the man advantage quickly disintegrates. Impression's got to be careful. Hot on the heels in tunnels, but Blitz runs right through the smoke. What is that carelessness? No waiting for his team. No communication. They push through. Zein's got a second. And it's 9 against 3 Neo. This is 10-5 territory through and through.
That's it. 9. 4 points of HP. So much to do, and then Adel finished things up at the half. 10-5 is where we stand. IHC, they do have themselves a lead, but heading in towards that CT, I mean, what more can they do?
Yeah, not ideal whatsoever. And of course, for NKT, they themselves realizing that they've got a lot of work to do on their hands here. The CT side, it's one that IHC did so well on, but to replicate that success is going to be very difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a break. When we are back, it's our final half of our final map. Are NKT going to be able to turn things around and force us to overtime, or will IHC, clear leaders right now, be able to close this one out successfully? Find out after the break.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Hello, welcome back. Second half of map number 3 in the upper bracket semis here as IHC dominant first half from them 10-5, and we know what their success on pistols is like.
Yeah, they're looking pretty comfortable, and I think that if they win this pistol, we can start to chalk up the game maybe in its entirety. Really got to be careful here. The next steps, the important ones, and the most critical ones for NKT to be winning. Out towards short, designed to open things up. USP's looking for more. Cabal and Score both with kills. And this man advantage seeping in favour of IHC. Zine somehow kicking towards lower as he finds even more with the USP. Down to the 2v2. Bomb in his pocket. Still more to go. Will have spotted the block of Score and ultimately taken down. It's a triple kill so far for Score in this round. And KNTZ, he's going to be on a wild goose chase to try and catch the bomb carrier.
That's it. I mean, the Score at least to be able to get that. Oh no, because they get that bomb down, but he's actually not going to prioritise it. Techno rotate his way back in. Gonna take the issue, a bit of contact. Splits KNT. He finds the first. Does he get the second? Now spotting him out. Trying to tap away to 1 versus 1. KNT's made it doable. Damaged out both ways as Scores down to 47 points of HP. The post bar looking a little bit lackluster now as he's causing issues. Who's going to hit that third? That final shot is the question. Score's just about staying alive. For how much longer can he do it? And he's going to come out on top. How has he possibly won that?
That is the... Oh, mate. I wish I could shut my eyes watching that round. Like, how... what? How have we even got here? How is this a 1v1 that's lasted like 25 seconds dancing between the big box? That I can't tell you. Moments of brilliance, more like moments of panic. Powered by Incel here in this round, mate. Because, yeah... That was not ideal watching that 1v1 last for so long. But ultimately, it does go the way of IHC. And now 5 from their ideal goal of 16. It's a good start to this round. Sure, there's a casualty. But there's one greater here as the CT side. They find themselves down to 4 also.
Oh, Eagle trying to cause some problems. Not going to find too much. Scout, though, is going to take a little bit of initial contact. Drop down to 30 points of HP. The Molotov uses the coverage over towards the side score. Going to find one, looking for 2. Will deliver. So aggro from him, so easy. As impression, all alone. 1 versus 4. This one's done. It's up to 12.
4 away from the goal of 16. Bomb set down, and there is no changing what's about to happen here. Techno, backstab with the knife.
Rip.
Done and dusted. Sometimes it has to happen like that, though, Chief. You know, sometimes it's just meant to be. But hey, it is done. It is dusted. And ultimately, it is going to be IHC up to 12. 4 from their goal of 16. Pushing the boat out even further. NKT on an eco in this one. It should be 13. And then really, we've only got 1 full buy to differ between the two sides. Win or loss here for NKT. Dependent in round 19.
Aggro in towards mid. Blitz easily picking up 1 more. I mean, these pistols are being pulled apart with absolute ease. It's IHC going to come to pick up a 13th here. I mean, we're really starting to get to the point where that question too little too late that we've spoken about before is becoming really relevant. Dobby just found itself 1, but it's only 1. Traded out immediately by the MAC 10. IHC are 3 rounds away from the map and the series.
I feel a bit bad for NKT because it feels like they should have put up a little bit more of a fight in the last map, or in this map rather. I don't know, I feel like it definitely should have been a little bit more appropriate than NKT have a better platform to stand on, but no, it's not meant to be. This round, quite literally do or die. Dobu, he'll find 1, thriving with the A1S's. Zion who finds 2, and it's a 2-on-5 originally for IHC, down to 4 sure. Low HP on Dobu, but this might just be a stretch too far here, and NKT give themselves a bit of hope here on the CT side.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, now into a 2 versus 4. You could probably say it should be chalked up towards NKT on their first 4 buy, making something of a statement here, that they're still here to play. They're still in contention for this map. I mean, it is quite a long road to get back even towards level standing. That's 8 rounds need to find. Cabal down 10 points of HP. In a 2 versus 4 with one of the players only 1 bullet away from death, you'd probably question this one's done. Blitz will find a freebie. KNT's looking the wrong way, gets caught off guard. They'd all come through, won't cause too much of an issue.
Nade dropped in. Blitz going to try and do a little bit more with what he can. Low HP on Cabal as well, so we really turn to him in times of desperation. Now a 1v3 for Blitz. And And I mean, his position compromised seconds ago. AWP shot. Not miss. And oh, okay, Blitz. 2 kills. Now a 1v1. Now down to Impression to win the round for NKT. This was a 2v5 and a 1 versus 3. Blitz is going to need the ball, and he jumps into the jaws of Impression. A very valiant effort. But NKT, they do eventually find themselves their 6th without massive disruption to the economy, though.
It's a cracking effort, isn't it? I mean, that's a really, really good effort from him. To will it down to 1 versus 1, even that's impressive. If he'd maybe slowed the tempo on a little bit towards the end, they could have even found all 5, but even still, he made it expensive. And that's what matters most, right? You see, now we see a nice, comfortable 4-buy coming out from them to try and contest. It's Blitz already for the first. That momentum carrying on.
Nicely done for IHC to find themselves that opener. Still looking for a little bit more here. Score having a good jump spot. Tapping up towards short. AWP of 9 to find the second. Now this is promising. Score going for a bit of a spam. Nothing too much right now going on for this T side. They've earned themselves that man advantage. Now it's just about applying it and making sure that this 2-man deficit does not come back to haunt them here. NKT in a poor spot. In a very, very poor spot. 40 seconds left. IHC, they'll calculate their attempt towards A, and it will be one that could be good. Dobu, he's the only defender. The only defender. Smoke's dropped in. Flash. Will it go high? There is no flash. Score's just going to dry face into this one, and he does go down. Dobu finds the opener, tag up as well. Second player low. 20 seconds left. The bomb's going to make its way towards B, but Kabal's efforts denied as well. IHC, how have they lost this one? 9 will only go 1 for 1, and with 10 seconds left, the bomb carrier, it needs to go through. There's 5 seconds left. 4, 3, oh my god, Blitz has just got the time to set the bomb down. And Dobu left in the 1v2, quite literally a second in it, and that might have just cost him entirely. Dobu swings, Techno with the frag, and it's 14 on the board. What is this round from IHC? It's so messy, so messy. But they do get it in the end. Unreal. Wow. My word. My oh my. They've really upped the ante, really provided something spectacular. And 9 to open things up again in this round. IHC just continue to impress Neo, continue to perform, continue to show up. And there is no denying that this team deserves this victory. Sure, it was ropey on Nuke. Sure, they didn't win that map. And it made it look like NKT had dreams. But if dreams were made in Nuke, in Dust2, dreams were crushed, shattered, obliterated. It's just looking so good right now for IHC. Eagle. Good for 1. Good trade. Blitz. He'll find the response. KNTZ, one with the 5-7. Now a 3v3. Probably a scary prospect here for IHC. They do get a bomb plant, but the fact that we're level pegging against an eco definitely should not be the case. Techno to offset the odds in favour of IHC once more. It's an AWP and a Deagle. Wouldn't be surprised to see a save here for Annihilation. Doesn't look too good for them. And with that bomb already a third of the way ticked, no kits involved, no nothing to the name of NKT, I think it is just smart to get away with the AWP. Get it saved into what could be the last round of this game. Give yourself the best possible chance. And hope for the best. Dobu looking for a couple on the exits. Good spam. We'll find one. Blitz's trade. No getting away with an AK. It is just this AWP of Annihilation heading into the last. And with that, it's 15-6.
It's one more done, potentially. I mean, it's going to have one more opportunity, one more attempt to close this one out. But I've got to say, I mean, such a stark deficit to get back into. 15-6, I think it's done. I mean, yeah, you see a 4-buy from NKT, but on the Steven side, they have really struggled. It's been a tough watch on Dust2.
It really has been. I don't know, NKT, I said it on the first map of Inferno, I did say they looked like the second best team, like they didn't want it as much as IHC. I don't know, map 3 definitely showing the exact same outcome. No problems at all. Molly towards short, Cabal taking a bit of damage. Neo, how long do you think they let the bleeding last before it is just IHC to put them out their misery? Because this feels
honestly
unretrievable at this point, a map win.
It looks like Inferno all over again, doesn't it? I mean, in a puggy style map, it's that puggy nature of IHC that's working so well for them. It goes to utility, Annihilation towards backside with the orb. Good for the first. Score gonna fall too, so there is still life in this heartbeat, but it's Cabal with a double.
Nice shot, low HP left on Cabal. Still got a couple more to find on the side. No way, Cabal finds a third. Bomb still yet to be scooped up, but Techno's positioning is going to be overlooked so much right now from the CT side. They're going to be able to get the bomb. And are they going to go back towards A? Cabal looks to be doing so. Punching in the digits for this short plant. KNTZ, will he go for the jump spot? No. They let things simmer down. They're going to hear the AWP, but Techno with one more. It's impression against 2. And while he's good for the first, the bomb is planted out in the open. AK will take face. Impression to tap it. Flashbang to go high. He's caught blind, but Impression finds it. And it's 7 on the board. NKT, one more chance.
We live to see another day. We're still keeping this story alive just for the moment, but that was down to the wire. 1 versus 1, and the flash of Techno doesn't quite find the mark in the way he was hoping for. 7-15, it still seems like a done affair, but either way, I mean, they're still keeping their name in this hat for the time being. And of course, now you look over towards the T side. For IHC, a slightly mixed bag going to come through with Techno. What does he really go in towards this one? Yeah, just a deagle and utility.
I mean, NKT are going to need 9 rounds in a row from the moment that IHC hit 15 to win this game. Do you really see this one happening? If you're an IHC fan, you'd be desperately hoping not. If you're NKT's fan base, then, well, damn right you'd be hoping for something good to go their way. First kill goes in favor of NKT, a second one as well. Dobu just going to pick up some early advantages, and he backs away. Keeps his life intact. Smart decision to be made. 9 maybe preemptive towards short and preoccupied on the mid peak. And Zyme, who'll do one better to take him down. Cabal and Techno against 5. Going to be an 8 on the board now for NKT. They seem to have slowed the bleeding, but it definitely wouldn't have stopped IHC with such a buffer. They can afford to lose out on a couple.
I mean, that's it. Cabal gonna find himself one, but it's only a 1-4-1. It is just now that Eagle. And of course, an AK collected, but not to find too much at all. Impression gets NKT up to 8, but as you mentioned, they have to be flawless for such a long road here, just to take it towards OT. 1 mistake and they're done, 1 error and they're done. They have to be completely flawless, unscathed, and that's just take it to OT. I mean, it's such a long road to success and to take this map.
Well, volley towards long. KNTZ, he'll find the opening kill. Looking pretty promising once again. It is on an eco here for IHC, so it's not the end of the world. It is very comfortable here for NKT to find themselves at 9s, but we are going to continue to talk about it a little bit more. That buffer is so massive. Sure, it's doable. And, I mean, right now it isn't bite-sized. NKT have got to break it up into smaller, more digestible chunks. IHC, surely they can just win 1 out of the remaining 7 in this map. 9, a brilliant shot with a deagle. Obviously against the full bite. Probably will amount to nothing here. It's nice to get a bit of damage on the board, isn't it? Score some damage. Keep NKT under wraps a little bit more.
Either way, it's just pistols. They're being pretty easily dismantled of here. Techno trying to find a bit of damage through the door. Testing the waters at the very least, but I can't expect too much from him at all. The Glock gets picked out of the air, and well, it's just down to 1 man. They know exactly where he is. He can make his way back over towards B, but it's not going to cause too much of an issue. Annihilation shield to pick up bar, and he will.
9. There we go. That's what NKT stand at right now. Money, not too bad. Impression going to get the drop across. Still match point, series point, IHC. They've got money to invest. The question is, how well do they spend it? Can they finally get themselves to 16 or will NKT be able to provide some more damage and some more disruption? Right now, at least, they actually take another half buy. So after taking an eco, they take a half buy. Interesting. I can say the last time I saw something like this, can't say I'm not a fan of it. I think for the orc's sake, they definitely do. Oh, what?
Okay, all right.
2 for 1. Thank you very much. Annihilation walking away with 3 dead bodies towards lower tunnels. Cheeky with the deagle. Makes it look easy as well. I'll tell you that for now. It is not that easy to do. He makes it look a lot more manageable than it is in real life. When you play Counter-Strike, yeah, that is definitely like 1 in the hundreds of hits.
Yeah. Just a scout now as well. I mean, for 9, nothing can do. A flawless round, in fact, for NKT. We said they had to be flawless. We'll take this one towards 15. They're making a good effort of it. They're at least making this one a somewhat doable affair so far, but it is still, as we've said before, a long road to success. But you're not going to say no to a collateral deagle headshot at all.
10-15, mate. Map point once more. We'll keep saying it because the pressure started to amalgamate for the IHC boys, but definitely still in spades on the back of NKT. Having a good look towards B at the beginning of this round here, IHC. It's a more B-heavy default. No aggressiveness towards middle or for long as of right now.
Well, that's what. Slow. Very slow tempo from IHC. They're really not kind of doing too much to test those waters, just having a little look around. They do need to be careful. They're going for a B split, but KNT's, he's expecting this.
Definitely anticipating that this angle will provide something. Out in the open, though, this is the problem. He's so, short of cover. He's going to have to make a very wide turn. Flash goes in. Score has it red. And a 4 versus 4. The implosion towards B. The sacrificial lamb right now. Impression. He's going to be dancing in the smoke for his life. Score to take him down. A man advantage. A bomb set down. And a chance for 16. 9 has let a rifler run by. As Annihilation waits behind the smoke. Will he be able to pick up this kill? Having a good look. 9 back turn, mate. You can't have your back turn. They knew he was there anyway. But he's just at the back turn to the angle most likely for the CT side to come from. Now a 3 versus 3. The molly goes too deep. Score. Low HP, but he's still kicking. Another AK from behind will only provide with 1. A second shot. It's Techno against 2. Do they know he's on the back of the site? They absolutely do not. And it's IHC to take it.